Alright, it's all taped up. I ran out of tape. Got to speak to my friend the lineman and have him bring me more. Bishop Plymouth insulating products. Nice stuff. No safety cord string. Can't imagine this stuff breaking. Oh, one extra crimping lug. Whoop, to the box. All taped up out of harm's way, and I'm chicken to drop her down. I guess it's got to get done eventually. Now, how do I hold it up to clamp? Maybe I'll run the wire. I'm going to cut this wire. This wire comes out of the ground. I think it's time to cut it. I'll have some wire nuts underneath the cap, well cap. And I'll run it down beside this plastic pipe, and I'll cut the plastic pipe and the wire at the same time. But the plastic pipe is going to be 5 feet or 6 feet lower down. Oh boy, a little tricky here. Our final calculations. Assembled in USA. Yeah, they assembled stuff into the box in USA. Oh boy. These crazy jobs. Then I got the Toro home sitting there to work on next. I think it's time to take a little break, snack break. These little gizmos here protect the pipe and the wire from abrading and chafing, so got a whole bunch of them. I'm going to run them down now. You're supposed to use bare wire that's not got insulation around it, but this is what I had, so it's 8 gauge, I think. It's more than enough. 10-4 when you 12, but anyways, this is what I had, so we use it up. I'm going to run these down to that end. Wonder how deep the wells are in other parts of the country. I know out west they're 1,000 feet. I'm only 74 feet. Some people go 250 in this area of the Adirondacks. A lot of sand in the ground here, but whatever. I got lucky. Run a few of these down, and we'll drop that thing down real soon. Oh boy, what a mess. Alright. I'll fix her up. We'll get this pump working tonight. See you in a bit. Alright. How's our sun timer? Oh boy, hungry and cold. Well. I'm wrapping it up with this Plymouth electric tape. Wrap. Don't want anything abrading when it's in the hole. On the steel casing, this pump turns on and off every time the 20-gallon drawdown tank gets drawn down. I actually had a monster roll of tape at the house. I should have brought that extra wide. Alright, it's all taped up. I ran out of tape. Got to speak to my friend the lineman and have him bring me more. Bishop Plymouth insulating products. Nice stuff. No safety cord string. Can't imagine this stuff breaking. Oh, one extra crimping lug. Whoop, to the box. All taped up out of harm's way, and I'm chicken to drop her down. I guess it's got to get done eventually. Now, how do I hold it up to clamp? Maybe I'll run the wire. I'm going to cut this wire. This wire comes out of the ground. I think it's time to cut it. And I'll have some wire nuts underneath the cap, well cap. And I'll run it down beside this plastic pipe, and I'll cut the plastic pipe and the wire at the same time. But the plastic pipe is going to be 5 feet or 6 feet lower down. Oh boy, a little tricky here. Our final Progress report. I crimped on these lead or steel or soft, malleable gizmos. And I've got some shrink tubing on each individual wire to keep them separate. And then I'm going to put a giant piece of shrink tubing that I've got on the big wire over it, and hopefully it'll work. So I'm not going to waste your time cranking this baby up while I shrink things, or maybe I will. Make sure I have this located properly. I was going to use silicone, but I don't think I have to. Got a little cut in the wire there, but they'll be underwater for the rest of their life, so let's see what happens with this. Shrink tubing. La-di-da. Boring. This is really thin stuff. If you go on eBay, you can buy thicker, heavy-walled stuff. Sometimes you find it at flea markets. You buy it at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever they call your local hardware store. It's expensive and thin, but if you go on eBay, you can buy a big envelope for like $3. Big fat envelope of it, or $10 for the really, really good stuff with the glue built in. The glue oozes out. I'll show you that in a minute. This stuff is not bad. It's medium quality. They have thicker, heavier wall. They come in colors. Sometimes they have military overstock, and you can buy it really cheap. Special color meant for the military or whatever. Surplus, somebody buys it by the ton, and they sell little pieces. I saw one guy had huge rolls of it. 3-foot, 1-meter rolls, big wooden rolls, like pallet rolls. And he's cutting off little pieces of it for a couple of dollars. You gotta keep the heat moving, you don't want to burn it. How's our sun doing? Disappearing. Alright. One down. They even sell this in rolls of tape. Shrink tape. I've never bought any. I guess I'll have to go on eBay now and buy some. Evil Bay! Evil Bay, Echo Bay Mining. My sister told me that. The guy used to work for a company called Echo Bay Mining. I think I see some glue oozing out of this, a tiny bit of adhesive. Minutes, 11 seconds. UK Mac 2000 noticed that my camera did something weird a couple days ago. It was not adjusting to the lights properly. I don't know what was wrong with it. Who knows? Electronic gizmos. Got a whole bunch of Casio cameras with a bunch of broken little pieces. I'll have to find somebody to repair them all and make them into a couple of good ones. Last one.